We want to go over the basic type tools in this video and also talk about how we can lock and link, if you will, or group our layers. And first let's take care of the locking and the grouping, if you will. The symbol, and we're back at the bottom of the layers palette, still looking at these tools, and we've been going from right to left. And on the far left we have this little locking device right here, and this will allow us to in fact lock or group layers together. It's a pretty simple process. You simply need to select the layers that you want to group, and I'll select this first one right here. And then if the others that you want are right below, you can simply hold the Shift key to select them. If they are not in immediately next to each other, the way to do it is to, after you select the first one, you can hold on the Mac Command key. On the PC it would be Control, and we can select separate or layers that are not immediately contiguous to each other. So if they are close to each other, the Shift key will take care of it. Okay? If not, we can just press the first one or activate the first one, press the Command Control key, and you'll get the next one. And then simply come down and click this little locking device, and now you see the locking device is next to these that are grouped. And if I move them, if I use the transformation tools, anything of general nature, it will affect all of those layers that we have grouped together. I'll go to the Move tool to show that to you, and you see here, let me turn this one off, and you see the background image as well as the other smaller image moving together, you see, indicating that they have been grouped, those two images. Alright, the next thing that we want to talk about is jump into the basic type or text tools, and fairly straightforward. I'll just go to my my type tool here and click it in place, and of course I'll just start typing. Then I'll highlight it, and I'm going to use my Command Shift keys and my more than to increase it quickly, and I need to then also bring that up here, and there's my text. And we have our basic text tools in terms of the type style and the color and the alignment available in our options bar right here at the top of our screen. If we want the color to be changed, we can highlight it with the type tool and either click from up here under Window that little color swatch and get the picker, and we can change it at this point. As you can see, or we can highlight it and we can change it from down here in the main picker as well. And now you can see it's changed back. We also have some other type tools. I'm going to move the layers palette to the side here. We also have some other type tools. There are really more of them that are available from the character dialog box. That's accessible either from the options bar right up here in the right hand corner right there, or we can go again under Window and or on the far right of the screen, just to remind you, all the little palettes that are over in the far right, we can access the character dialog box as well. And so 3 different places to get it from, if you will. And here it is. This has more tools available than is in just the options bar, with the type size, the leading, and then the tools that will let us shape, condense or extend the font horizontally or vertically, kerning, and some of the other things that you tracking that you will learn, no doubt, in typography, and they apply across the spectrum of the Adobe suite. So the character dialog box is in all of the Adobe programs, and it looks exactly the same. Illustrator, InDesign, which of course is terrific because it simplifies things. Okay, and one of the other things that we can do with type is an important feature. Like in Illustrator, we can turn type into an outline, so it's simply in the shape of letters, but is no longer editable as type, meaning changing the spelling, changing the type style. We can do a similar thing in Photoshop, which is to rasterize the type, which means literally just turn it into a bunch of pixels in the shape of the letters. So again, we can still use it, see it. The computer will not want you to have the font loaded, but you can't make simple typographic changes like the type style and spelling. And you'll notice when you do that, there's a change in how the text looks in our layers palette. Instead of there being a T indicating that it's a type layer, watch what's going to happen. I will highlight the text, and then we'll go up to the main menu, up under layer, drop down to rasterize. Here it is, rasterize, convert it, in other words, to pixels, rasterize the text, and so we slide over and we say type. And while it still looks the same on the screen, if notice in our palette now, up here in the layers, it no longer has a T, and in fact looks just like a photograph or any other graphic. I know it's hard to see here, but what's on the screen is simply the green little graphic of the text. So that's an important thing that's very useful. Another thing that we have now with Photoshop with respect to text, it's very useful. It used to be that you couldn't do paragraphs of text, or you couldn't put text in a text block so that you could change the shape of it like you do in a standard fashion in a page layout program. But now you can, and simply done, instead of just clicking the type tool and typing, you click and drag to create a text box. And then when we put type in that box, what we're able to then do is, so you can do body copy a little bit easier in Photoshop. It used to be just one long continuous line of text, and if you wanted it returned or in a little paragraph form, you would have to hit a hard return. And now you don't have to do that. As you'll see here with the type tool, I can simply bring it over to the edge of the box, and I can reshape the block of text very simply by pulling the these handlebars on the text, and it just makes a much simpler, easier to work with kind of a tool. And so we're able to shape the text block or the text box, and that is relatively new and gives us a lot more options when working with text in Photoshop. So that's another important aspect of the text tool, as you can see, like that.